to ID Creatures. Today we're gonna sketch some toys, or like a little, one of those computers that little kids use. So it's kind of fun, you know, you get shapes that you can work with, and with a lot of, you know, freedom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make this curved over here, and then at the bottom I'm gonna just do a different shape here. Okay, so it's gonna be something like that. And then here in the middle, I'm just gonna draw 2 lines here. This one goes around. Okay, and I'm gonna draw another section here that's gonna go down a bit. Okay, so this is sort of like the screen area. Okay, and then the screen goes deeper down here. Okay, so the screen would be in here. Okay, so I have the screen. Everything is in perspective, so you see all the lines here are going in that direction for one perspective, and in that direction for the other perspective. Okay, so okay, right here what's happening is I'm gonna have some let's see, something coming down, and then this is going to be coming down also. So what you have here is maybe an on and off button. So this is going to be, let's see, so the middle is going to be here, and then, you know, these section lines are really helpful to understand how the surface is behaving, and I like to use them a lot, and I hope you get something out of watching these tutorials and learn how helpful they can be. Okay, so this is going to be one button right here, and the other one is over here. Okay, so maybe we have the speakers here. Yeah? So you have the little buttons there, and you have the ellipse here to mark where the speakers are. And you have the other one over here. Okay, and so let's see, we need some buttons here to have whatever it is that we're playing be able to move and everything. So we have 2 buttons, and then we can have one up here, one over there. Okay, and then we can just have something underneath here, a button, and then here we can just have 1 and 2 more buttons. Okay, so we have the classic arrow here. Okay, so let's see, what else should we have? We're just gonna divide this surface so we can color it. So it's gonna come here and go down, and then over here is gonna come back up and divide this button in 2, and then it goes all the way around over there. Okay, so we have our basic perspective here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the markers now to color this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add some gray here on the left side. It's a number 1 gray, and the reason for this is that I don't want to go too dark right now because I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing, and I'm just improvising as I go. So I don't want to make things too dark and then have to sketch all over again because I ruined something. So what I'm realizing right now is that I have to decide where my light is coming from, and what I'm going to do is it's going to be coming from this side over here, I think. Yeah, this side is going to be coming from over there. So this is going to be darker, okay, because the light is coming from that side. Okay, so let's see. Okay, the light is coming from here, so this surface is gonna project a shadow on the other surface. Okay, so this side is going to be really light. I'm just gonna do 1 line right there, and we have the buttons, and the buttons are gonna be blue, and also this area right here at the bottom. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do everything blue right here. Okay. Alright, so once it dries, it's gonna just blend together. So I think I'm also gonna go ahead and do the bottom of this with a with the same blue. And let's see. But I think I'm not gonna color the whole thing. Just leave some spaces with nice white color there, because it gives it a nice, very cool just look to it, I think. So let's keep working on this. We need to have a darker area over here, and also over here. You know, because everything that's hiding from the light that comes from this direction is going to be darker, okay? So we have another darker shade of blue, and we have a darker shade of blue here. Alright? So, let's see what else. We're gonna do the buttons. These buttons are gonna be, let's see, gray. And this right here is also gonna be gray. Let's see the buttons. Okay. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm just filling in the basic colors of everything, and once it's a little bit drier, I can come in with a darker shade of each color, or a darker tone, and just go over the darker areas. And I recommend that you wait a little before coming back in here, because sometimes it just blends together and you get like a smudge instead of, you know, the lines you want. So that's why I don't go over the same spot too many times in a row, okay? Because then weird things start happening and it gets kind of messy. So, let's see what else we can do for now. We can come in with this one and just add this right here, little dots there, okay? Now we're gonna take our number, let's see, where is it? I'm lost. 7 or 5. And we are gonna do a line here that divides the material. Okay. After that, I'm gonna bring another pen. And I think I'm gonna bring this one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make this really dark, because it's the screen, so I want to make it so you can see the difference of materials there. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. Alright, so sometimes this pen just doesn't work so well. Alright, I'm almost done here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to, before adding more detail to this, we're going to do the outside of this little game. And because it's a lot faster, I'm just going to use the Sharpie and try to make it thin so it's not really intense. And I'm just gonna come in and work on the edge here. Okay, I don't have a thinner one. If I did have one, I would just use a thinner one and not worry about having to do it really slow. But since I don't have another one, then I'm just gonna use this one for now. I'm gonna move this because I can't work with, I can't speak anymore. I can't work comfortably with all this stuff there. So this is a little bit messy there. I'm gonna fix that right now. So I'm gonna take this color and just sort of cover that mess that I have right there. Okay, so there's no problem if you make a mistake. You can just go over it with markers. And over here I realized that I don't have any darker areas, so I'm going to come in and just do this right here. Okay. And once I do this, I can even come back with another color and a darker one. Just do like a simple line here, because it's a really dark area. So now I come in with another color and just sort of blend that to the previous gray. And you keep doing that on and on until you get something that looks better, okay? So we're almost done with this section of the tutorial. Okay, I think we're just gonna make a couple of lines here. And just to indicate that is a surface that reflects something, okay? So I'm just gonna do this. And now it sort of looks like it reflects something. So finally I'm just gonna add a little bit of a shadow here, just to make this sit on the ground. So I'm just gonna do like an estimated shadow thing here, and it's not gonna be really very detailed. I'm just gonna go ahead and do something like this, and on the other side do something sort of the same there. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that, and I want to come in with a darker tone there. And other than that, I think that's all I'm gonna do for the shadow here. Okay, so the final details would be to just add the shadow to the buttons here. You want to have depth to them. Add a little bit of depth there, and we want to have this edge here dark, so you can tell that there's an edge there. Okay, so I'm just fixing things as I go along. Okay, things that I didn't like. So this should be darker. Okay, and this should be darker. Okay, because it's the button there. So you can add details with the pen, just to make everything really clear. Okay, so here's one button, here's another button, here's another button, and finally we have another one. So you can add a lot of details by adding another circle and then just sort of filling that one in. And it's going to add some nice little details there. You can add as many as you want. And I think we're done with this one. I'm just going to make another toy here on the other side of the page.